the reason I'm going to 75 universities this fall is because the generation in school right now, the promise for getting a degree, taking on that student loan debt, and then, sort of don't worry, you'll get a job, obviously has proven to not really be true.
Yeah.
But we are in such an amazing position in that we really understand how the internet works in a kind of innate way. To paraphrase Bain, they merely adopted the internet. We were born in it, molded by it.
Yeah.
That is, so the challenge is for us and for this generation to figure this out. And the good news is that all of the conventions we were sold nearly all of them have proven to be malarkey. Whether it was higher ed, and don't worry, it'll get you a job. Whether it was the beauty of home ownership, whether it was like a trust in finance. There's a lot of conventional things that don't really seem to be working out. And you know what? That's okay.
Yeah.
Because they were conventions that some other carbon-based life form came up with, and a bunch of other carbon-based life forms perpetuate.
I love the way a futurist like yourself talks. That's so awesome. That is so because implied in that comment is the fact that we are not going to be carbon-based life forms for very long as we mesh with machines.
I just want to be a cyborg.
Of course,
and then uploaded to the Matrix.
Dude, I read The Singularity is Near. It changed my life forever. I was like, Ray Kurzweil's got some shit to say. I was like, all right.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not quite Singularity University. Like I'm not quite there.
Right.
But I like an optimistic futurist. I'll take it. That's better than nuclear Armageddon.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, what's great is that you could go to Harvard, like my friend over here, Hunter Motz, and spend $100,000 or more on an education, and you get a great education. But you can now. Well,
do you get a great education?
Or you can now. It is becoming a reality that you could spend $5,000 or $6,000 and get access to those professors, those lectures, and though you're not necessarily in a community, and I think there's a lot of value to being in that community for a lot of reasons, but you can certainly immerse yourself in the best that's been thought and said for a lot cheaper and a lot faster and on your own terms than you would, even 3 years ago.
But I think this actually, fits into this whole conversation. When you go to a school like Harvard, yes, the community and the experience of being on that campus and being surrounded by those people is great. What's really good is you build a place like Harvard and the most competitive, most ambitious kids are the ones who apply and get in.
Right.
And so you've created this basically salon that's made up of these people who really, really care about things. Yeah. But really what you're paying for, what that $100,000 for is, branding. You're associating yourself with the brand of Harvard, and people are like, oh, Harvard is good. You are associated with Harvard, thus you are good, right? Yeah. But that doesn't necessarily hold. It's not necessarily true, but it's essentially it's part of the gatekeeping mechanism. It's a lot of what we're talking about here because unless you have a degree from some fancy institution, there are a lot of jobs that it's going to be very hard to be considered for. You know what I mean? And
I'm a bunny. I have to eat carrots so I can grow.